Welcome to the Industrial Talk Podcast with Scott Mackenzie. Scott is a passionate industry professional dedicated to transferring cutting-edge, industry-focused innovations and trends while highlighting the men and women who keep the world moving. So put on your hard hat, grab your work boots, and let's go.
Well, hello there, and welcome to Industrial Talk, the number one industrial-related podcast in the universe, ever expanding and growing, celebrating industry professionals just like yourself. Because you're bold, brave, and you dare greatly, you innovate, you collaborate, you are making the world a better place. That's why Industrial Talk, the media platform, is for you. You need to be a part of it. Thank you for your support. All right. We were in Las Vegas. This is a conversation that we had. It is with two individuals, Evelin Arnold and Luca Sala. They are with Hexagon Manufacturing Intelligence. And we were on the floor, the zone. They called it the zone. And we were just wandering around. Well, we were elevating the conversation because we're Industrial Talk. And we were having a great conversation specifically about their technology. It's cool. So let's get cracking. Yeah. I love it. I love industry. The solutions, they never stop. Don't you feel like you're in industry? And if you're thinking about getting into industry, you need to. You need to get into industry. There are so many avenues. Manufacturing, oil and gas, utilities, power, you name it, it's all there. And it is exciting, and it's just going at such a fast pace. And again, I always say it, you need to educate, collaborate, and you need to innovate. If you're just planning to sort of deal with this industrial renaissance that's taking place out there, it's exciting. All right, a couple of points of business. One, there's a challenge. There's a challenge. And the challenge is, one, I can't find the information that I need. I do my part. I reach out. I find individuals to be able to talk about the things that are taking place in industry. That's what the Industrial Talk's all about. But let's take it a step further. Let's sort of elevate this conversation. And so I've come to the realization that we need an industrial news network, INN. So we're kicking that off. And it's designed, it is specifically around the opportunity to centralize all of this incredible information that exists out there from all these wonderful companies and individuals, and be able to centralize it in such a way so that you can get the information you need to be able to connect with these individuals and to be able to have these meaningful conversations so that you can succeed. That is it. We want you to succeed. We want you to be able to find the answers that you need, especially in this world that is just absolutely blistering fast. That's Industrial News Network. Yes, I'm excited about it. It's cool. It's happening. So find out more. The second point is that I have an ebook out there. This is a collection of conversations that I've had over the 3,000 conversations that I've had. And it just identifies and distills it down to what make companies successful. Again, they educate, they collaborate, they innovate. They have a very vibrant, and they really invest a lot of time, energy, and effort in the culture of the business. They act with speed. There's no grass is going to grow underneath their feet. They act with speed. Go, make it happen. It happens. You're late right now if you're not acting with speed. And they're able to communicate in a way that people consume it. You know, they recognize that there's this corporate jargon and version and sort of cadence that exists out there. They resist that. They recognize that individuals today consume information differently. And they are able to do that effectively because you have to get that message out. Those are the key tenets associated with companies that succeed. Yeah, you can sit there and you can argue and say, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this. Yeah, I get it. But those are really those macro components. So that book is out there. That ebook is out on Industrial Talk. It's free. I'm not going to spam you. I don't want to spam you. I just want you to succeed. Industrial Talk wants you to succeed. Put that to the bank. No, take that to the bank. Don't take it to the bank. All right, let's get on with the conversation. At Hexagon Live, the two individuals, you got to look at their videos. So the two individuals is Evelin Arnold, Luca Sala. And it's mad. I'm always amazed at the innovation that exists in industry. But I'm also sort of get all giddy about the speed too. It's amazing. It's like buying a TV. You think you get the best TV. You go to the store. You get the flat screen. You're saying, yeah, this is great. I did my research. And then a week later, it's outdated. That's sort of what industry's going through. All right, let's get on with the conversation. Enjoy. All right, Scott Mackenzie with Industrial Talk here at Hexagon Live 2025. Las Vegas is the location. We're on the zone floor. And you know what the zone floor means? It means a lot of technology, a lot of innovation, a lot of people wanting to solve your challenges, and it's here. You need to make sure that you check out Hexagon Live next year if you're not here. All the cool kids are hanging out right now. All right, we've got twofer. Now, just be mindful. We have one mic, and we'll switch it back and forth. Don't worry about it. It's all cool. It's all right. We have Evelin and Luca. How about that for starting out? Right there. We're going to be talking about this machine and probably other stuff, right? Is that what we're going to be talking about? But before we get into it, Evelin, give us a little background on who you are.
Okay, my name is Evelin Arnold. I'm the Director for Technical Sales Support in Hexagon for stationary devices, or it's all kind of measuring machines like this one and this one. And yeah, that's what we are doing.
This measurement machine?
All stationary measuring machines.
Stationary measuring machines.
These are the devices where the parts needs to be brought to the machine, compared to portable, where the device can go to the part.
Like some of these laser scanners up here that are...
This is portable.
Yeah, that's right. Or the portable one over there. You're saying to yourself, how does Scott know all of this? Because I talk to people. Well, that's very good. How long have you been with Hexagon?
Exactly 10 years now. 10 very nice years.
You're a seasoned pro.
I am, but I don't look like, hopefully.
No, you started at age 10, so you're about 20 now. I did the math. Okay, Luca, you're going to be next, but not yet. Not yet. Take us through what we've got going on here.
Okay, so this device is a so-called coordinate measuring machine, and it's used for quality assurance. And what you see here, for example, is a motor block from our partners Hendrix. And what we are doing is we are measuring these devices. In this case, we have a tactile scanning probe. It's measuring features on this motor block, and we can exchange the sensor also against the so-called laser line sensor.
How do you program it? It's like it just doesn't happen. Is it a simple process of programming, or do I need a rocket science degree to be able to do this?
Now, great question, because now with
Maestro, it is a great question.
Now with Maestro, we are able to really make a very easy to use CMM. This means we have a software called Metrology Mentor, and this automates more or less the whole measuring programming process. So this means the application engineer doesn't need to code anymore. And this is a huge achievement.
You don't need to code.
Exactly. So what we are doing is we are using CAD files and PMIs, uploading it on the so-called Metrology Mentor, and then this can generate the program automatically.
So you're saying, hey, I get the documents, I load it up into it, then because of the magic that is the software then takes it and says, oh, I know what you're talking about.
Exactly. And the beauty of this is that we're really reducing the whole measuring process, because the programming now is very, very short. Also, the alignment of the machine is no more that intense because we have a special calibration routine. And also the process until the metrology report is much, much quicker. Together with a quick machine.
So pretty sophisticated stuff.
It is.
You know, and not everybody's going to want something this sophisticated. I get how Hendrix will want this because they're dealing with some high-end stuff. Tell me about who are the market? What's the market for this? See, that's a laser. I know that's a laser right there.
Exactly, you're right. So this device can be approached by all kind of industries, for example, injection molding parts or CNC machine produced parts made of metal or made of plastic. You can use it for die and mold applications. So all kind of industries can use this design because it's a very generic system.
But right now, let's just take this. I'm a CNC shop, and I'm manufacturing CNC stuff, whatever that might be. I probably have something that is a quality measurement solution, right?
Exactly.
That's what I have. Why would I consider, if I have something that works for me, why would I consider something this sophisticated? I would be geeking about it, don't get me wrong. I'm all geeking. I'm just trying to figure out, would this, from my perspective, improve my efficiency, accuracy, all the stuff that I think is important for my business?
Yeah, for sure it improves everything, the efficiency. If you think about what I said, the programming now is super fast and the machine itself is super fast. So we have a very, very high acceleration of the machine, for example. We have a high speed of the machine. We have a high scanning procedure, how we are measuring the features. So this is giving a lot of productivity to our customers.
You're compressing that time.
Exactly.
You're saying, hey, I got a piece of, again, I've got something, I've got to mount it, and I know that it's going to be quicker as opposed to me grabbing this block, taking it to my station, and then doing whatever the manual approach. This just sort of takes care of that. What happens in this block? This is, of course, at the high end. What happens if I go through this procedure, the material that's on there is getting measured, and it finds a problem? What does this machine do?
This machine can show you, for example, here on our screen that there is a problem. And if you say, talking about problems, that we have a deviation in the measuring results, then it's for sure also bringing you finally a measuring report that says, oh, you have a problem in production because all of your parts you're measuring have a kind of deviation, so they are non-okay. In this case, we can give feedback to our production colleagues to adjust the molds or to adjust the production process.
Okay. Maybe this goes to Luca. Let's do a shift of mic. So as we do this, don't mind. You're not supposed to be looking at this. So Luca, here's the deal. Maybe you can answer it, maybe you can't.
Let's do the best.
Where do we see it going? This seems like you're at the tip of the sword on automation, solutions, measurements. I can't see how this can improve. What can we do to improve this? What do you see? I'm just like what? I mean, how far?
So first of all, I think it's also worth to be mentioned that Maestro has been developed from ground zero. It's not an incremental improvement of an existing product, because this is not helping customer to navigate in the current challenges that is happening in the industry.
Right.
So it's a brand new technology with new controller, and it's a inbuilt digital system. It's what we call industrial IoT system. Right. It's not just measuring a part, it's also allowing the customer to put data to work. So when you were asking, okay, if I measure something and something is wrong, what's happened?
Yeah.
So you have real-time data that the customer can use even in a collaborative ecosystem to inform other departments that something is not okay in real time. And that's minimize the number of parts that are produced out of spec. This is productivity, efficiency,
Yeah.
sustainability.
So what I get is, this was interesting to me. So you have your digital twin, you've got your part, you have something that you designed, right? It's in the documents because we're loading those documents up. So that's the way we want to roll. We've done our digital twin type stuff. We've validated it in there. Then you pop it over here, you load the documents up, it does what it needs to do.
Yes.
And so just the quality just has to go through the roof.
Yes, because Maestro is also what we call cloud ready. And with Nexus, that is our digital reality platform,
Yeah.
all the data will not remain in silos. So you have really a collaborative platform where people from quality, from production, and from engineering, they can all work together, making sure that the data are put together, aggregating quality data with process data, and allowing the customer really to adapt fast to any changes in the market, supply chain disruption. So it's really flexibility, it's precision, as fast as Evelyn was mentioning, and connected.
See, what's interesting is that you brought up something that you're able to adapt to markets, the demands of the market, the changes in the market quicker.
Yes, because when we say it's an industrial IoT platform, and
Yep.
we have used a software-driven hardware approach to design Maestro. So you can upgrade Maestro anytime in the field without hardware modification. You can improve the accuracy, you can improve the throughput, you can add additional sensor depending on how your production process change easily. So the sensor interface is a plug and play. You don't need to open the machine. You don't need to update the controller, for example. And this is allowing customers also to minimize the total cost of ownership. They don't need to think how my production process will be in 5 years. No one knows what happened even next year.
Yeah.
So you just buy Maestro based on the today needs, and you can update or upgrade Maestro anytime without major hardware modification. That is something unique in the market.
Is it agnostic to the type of engineering platforms? Like I think of AutoCAD. I'm drawing, I'm doing whatever AutoCAD.
Yeah,
and
So from an engineering point of view, the software that Evelyn mentioned, so Mentor, is just uploading a CAD file. So whatever engineering solution the customer is using to design the product, it can be used. The other, let's say, agnostic approach we have is you can integrate Maestro into the shop floor ecosystem very easily. We have introduced a new communication interface. It's using the latest standard, and you can integrate with any MES system. You can integrate with any automation solution with a simple interface.
Okay, so I'm saying yes, I'm sold. I want one of these, which I can't afford, but I want it. And you come in and you're saying, I have a dolly, I swing it on in, and I'm going to install it. How quickly can this be up and running, doing what it needs to do, measuring things?
So the machine is installed and commissioned in 1 day.
1 day.
Yes.
So I'm a CNC shop, I can be rolling, and I just use that just as I'm not going to be doing Hendrix stuff. Yeah.
And also, as you were mentioning, Evelyn, so the easy to use. So Maestro is being designed by keeping this aspect as one of the 4 pillars. making sure that metrology is accessible to anyone, even with not deep metrology experience. So even the training to become familiar with Maestro is easier compared to traditional CMM with more complex software, where you need a lot of time to become familiar.
I want to amplify that. I want to amplify that point because, one, you want simplicity. You want individuals to be able to not be frightened by it, but I want to use it to benefit my company, which is a CNC company. So I want to be able to make that approachable and user-friendly, shall we say.
Exactly, because this is also one of the challenges our customer have. The younger generation come into the industry, they don't want something complex to be used. They want something that is easy. They want to know what to do, when to do things. They don't want a 200-page manual to study.
That theme has been sort of communicated throughout my walk and talk with many of the individuals. Is taking that stack of paper, and being able to convert it in a digitized way so that it makes it friendly.
Yes.
I would get all scared about it.
That's why also one of the other innovation that Maestro is bringing to help operators is the digital twin. So you can really simulate your measuring program even before starting, and you know that you have a collision-free path. You know that all the sensors are available and qualified, so you don't need even to be in front of the CMM. You can program everything from the office and load to the CMM.
Yeah. See, this is what the beauty of digital twin is, the ability to simulate.
Yes.
And make your mistakes in the digital world, and then iron them out and say what if, and then get to the point also to be able to respond to market changes quickly because I've got a digital twin. Tweak, boom, done.
Yes.
Produced, QC'd,
yes.
Done. That time must be just absolutely compressed.
Yes, exactly as she was mentioning. So the time that you need before the measuring can be reduced by 80% with Mentor and the digital twin.
Huge.
Plus the speed of Maestro, so it's really almost 40% faster overall compared to traditional CMM. This is productivity gain for the customer, attracting younger generation to work in the factory because it's a friendly system.
Wow. That's cool stuff. I really like it. You guys like what you do?
Yes, of course.
Good answer. Good answer. Luca, how do people get a hold of you? How do people, they're saying, I like what Luca's saying, how do they get a hold of you? How do they contact you?
Oh, they can contact Hexagon via our local offices.
No, you're on LinkedIn, aren't you?
Of course.
I want to talk to a human being.
They can just contact me on LinkedIn and we can follow up anytime.
Evelyn, how do they get a hold of you?
The same for me. For sure, I'm on LinkedIn. We are always happy to answer any kind of question, so just reach out to us.
That's a cool conversation. I like that stuff. All right, we're here. Hexagon Live, Mad Technology, right there. This is just one. This is like just a little bit of the technology that is absolutely all around us. It's really cool. You need to put this on your calendar. If you're not here, you're not hanging out with the cool kids. All right, we're going to have more conversations coming from this event, so stay tuned.
You're listening to the Industrial Talk Podcast Network.
Yeah, that's a wrap. I love that conversation. You know what's great about these events? That you get to sort of wander around, you get to talk to these leaders in what they do, is you get to kick the car. You get to sort of test drive it. You get to sort of look at it. And there we were on the floor looking at that solution in action. Just kept on going. You know what I tried to do? I tried to sort of reach out. It's even safe. It wasn't going to allow me to sort of reach out and get beyond sort of that protection. Yeah. It's cool stuff. It's happening. You got to be a part of it. And speaking of being a part of it, Industrial News Network, be on the lookout. You want to be a part of it? You need to reach out to me. Go out to industrialtalk.com. Let's have a conversation. Yeah, I want to talk to you. All right, be bold, be brave, dare greatly. Hang out with these two professionals, and you will change the world. We're going to have another great conversation shortly, so stay tuned.